Hey everybody, we are here at Knott's for Knott's Spooky Farm opening day. We're going to take you around, show you a little bit of the happenings of the family-friendly event. Ghost Town's coming alive, but with very different undead versions of the characters than you find at night. So with that said, let's get looking around. All right, so let's start out taking a quick look at the guide map. By the way, so this is available at the gates. The team members are there with their little trick-or-treat bags. They will try to not give them to you unless you are a child. So if you are like me, which probably you're not, but here covering an event and trying to just get a little bit of information, they might give you a little bit of a hassle of giving it to you. But just ask them and say, hey, I need it. Here is some of the stuff they have. They got the trick-or-treating. Obviously, the monsters are coming. Charlie Brown returns to the Camp Snoopy Theater. Creepy Critters at Calico. Trip to Camp Spooky. We've got Lights, Van Pelt's Great Pumpkin Patch. Timber Mountain Log Ride with their Halloween Hootenanny. Spooky Story Time over in the Birdcage. And the Spooky Farm Costume Contest. Kind of the wrap-up every day. As with so much at Knott's these days, really focusing on family-friendly pricing as well as entertainment. So you can get the t-shirt for just $12.99. The map does indicate this particular version, obviously, the trick-or-treat spots of where kids can go to do that. So we'll take a look at some of the characters that they have out there. Beware if you are not someone that normally comes out to Knott's. This is Scary Farm season, so the hours, there you go, 9 to 5, weekends only, and then Halloween day. But they close each night for Scary Farm, which we know a lot of people that follow along with us are into that. We are definitely into that. Some of the food offerings, we previewed them a couple weeks ago. If you're interested in that, we have a behind-the-scenes video of just some of the food. The infected pizza was on there, the slaughterhouse pizza, bat wings, etc. Be careful if you get the bat wings. It really can stain. The black is hard to get off. But some really great treats in there. Particularly loved the slaughterhouse pizza and the infected pizza. Those are really fantastic. So with that being said, we're going to take you around a little bit of the event, show you some of the characters, a little bit, some snippets of this and that. We're only here for a couple hours this morning, so we have a ton of other things covered, so we're not going to be doing like full videos of shows and stuff like that. So just give you a little bit of a vibe for it. It is pretty awesome that it is family friendly, get the kids raised and ready for Scary Farm eventually, and it's also pretty awesome that it is something that is included in regular park admission price. There's no upcharge related to it or anything like that. So that said, let's start making our way around the park.
Maybe that's a good thing. She doesn't trust people with awful candy. Maybe it's a good thing.
Where have you been hiding? Come in. Yes? To do your rights first. Oh, so hurry and close it. Come here, so it's over. Take a picture. High five. Nice one. Thank you. Howdy storyteller, right here, right now.
All right, in the Birdcage Theater here we have Spooky Storytelling, which is the telling for this version, at least, of the Legend of Sleepy Hollow. So we're not making our way in there right now because they locked up the gate right before we got there, and the next one's at noon, and we have to be at a convention by then. But we'll see what people think about it, but it seems like a fun way with the characters. I mean, in general, just getting the characters, a lot of the Ghost Town Live actors out here, a lot of the year-round fantastic entertainers at Knott's out here, and having more kid-friendly versions of some of the stories than what you have maybe in the nighttime is pretty great. All right, in the stable we have the creepy critters of Calico.
How do you do it? He's a professional, you're not.
I figure it's just not going to happen.
Oh my goodness, are you tired? He's beautiful, honey.
Hello, welcome. We are a rescue group for Southern California, so if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.
Did you feel a tug your favorite? Yeah. That one was
All right, then in Calico Park we have Linus Van Pelt's Pumpkin Patch, which has different arts and craft activities, as well as some vendors here selling their unique goods, cookies, I believe some cookie decorating, and character meet and greets. We've got Linus, although interestingly he's not in his Halloween attire, so not sure, maybe that's for a different part of the park over at the Monsters Are Coming show or something along those lines. But a fun little area here at the center of the park where kids can get involved. And again, really family-friendly pricing. You've got the pumpkins for the decorating here. The mini pumpkins are $6. And you get to use their decorating stuff that they have out here. So a fun little activity for them. Plushes running around $12. Cotton candy, $5. And then the Spooky Farm, oh yeah, there it is. The Spooky Farm decorating kit for cookies is $6.
Here, Ben, over here.
Trip to Camp Spooky wouldn't be complete without the rock monster. And so as the train, Rancio Railway, is converted over to the Halloween themed version. You can see it's making its way around the bend. So outside of Ghost Town streets, Camp Snoopy is the other kind of main spot for Spooky Farm. Not that there aren't things going on in Boardwalk area and things like that, but really Ghost Town streets and Snoopy, Camp Snoopy, are kind of the main spots where it's at. Alright, inside Snoopy's Camp Store here in Camp Snoopy to stock up on all your Spooky Farm goods. They've got the shirts, great pumpkin Charlie Brown, plush, cotton candy cups, and even new socks. So Grand Sierra Railroad Trip to Camp Spooky takes the fun little kids train ride and adds an element of Halloween to it with a number of pumpkins and other gourds along the way, as well as some of the characters in Halloween type positioning. You got Charlie Brown with what looks to be his spooky map maybe there. Meanwhile, Snoopy just successfully grabbing all the fish. You can see a little 2D flat figure with Bigfoot down there. The train comes around the corner. It's definitely a fun, family-friendly ride. This time around, it seems like they moved out a little bit less of the characters, potentially, from what we've seen. But definitely still fun. This ride is one that we like to take our niece and nephew on all year round, regardless of anything else. I mean, honestly, we like to just go on ourselves. It's fun to see the little characters out there, so we don't need the kids with us. And for those not familiar with Scary Farm, I thought I just should include real quick, because there is tons of fantastic photo ops, just cool looking visuals throughout the park during the daytime for Spooky Farm. They have done a fantastic job in the last couple years here of tying together the nighttime event with the daytime event, where things work for the family-friendly stuff in the daytime, and then they flip the switch on how they light things in the darkness, add the scare monsters, bring some fog in, intensify the music, and all of a sudden you've got something that works really great at night as well. But for the kids in the day, none of this stuff too spooky at all to scare them off from having a good time at Spooky Farm. Alright, the monsters are coming. Charlie Brown is about to begin. One of our favorite shows over here for the kids throughout the year. Let's take a look.
The Monster Mash! We did the Monster Mash! From the kids' movie theater to the candy parade, from the spooky storytelling is the latest spooky craze. Little monsters are roaming far and wide, but from Lucy and Count, there's no need to hide. We did the best. They did the Monster Mash! The Monster Mash! It was a graveyard smash! We did the best. We got on in a flash. The Monster Mash! We did the Monster Mash!
Alright, and last on our stop here at Knott Spooky Farm, the log ride, which obviously is all decked out for the season. Once again with the Hootenanny overlay, some original Crazy Kirk and the Hillbillies music making its way in there as well. So hopefully this video gives you a little idea of what Spooky Farm 2019 is, in case you're on the fence about coming out. Let you make your own decision there. We definitely like it as a family-friendly event. I think it's a pretty cool way to help kids make memories to tie into the whole Knott's brand. It's a really cool, lots of moments where the kids are able to interact with the actors and the talent in all sorts of different fun ways. And yeah, very family-friendly, very affordable, all things considered, at a theme park or amusement park. So with that said, we're going to wrap up this video. We'll have more to come, probably a video tonight coming from the LA Haunted Hayride, I would imagine. We just put our Castle Dark video up a little bit earlier today, so lots more content coming in the weeks and months ahead. Until next time, we'll see you in line somewhere.